Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God is one Lord. All praises to the Most High and Yahweh only.
Shalom, Barakatah. This is High Priest Kalvon of the Law, also known as Kalvon Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahweh and Yahweh only. No Bahashim. Understand that? All right. Now, the title of today's video lesson is The Evils of the Apostle Peter Revealed. Yeah, that's right. The evils of the Apostle Peter revealed. Not the Apostle Paul this time. Right? Because it is so clear and obvious to recognize the evils of the Apostle Paul. Even Christians can recognize the evils of the Apostle Paul. And some Christians make video lessons exposing the Apostle Paul for his evils. But you won't find very many videos about the evils of the Apostle Peter. The evils of the Apostle Paul are so easy to see. And the Christian lights, they can see it, but they just choose to ignore it. They choose to be ignorant. Ignorant is a choice. All right. Ignorance is a choice, and the Christian lights choose to be ignorant. They choose to twist the literature and just ignore a lot of stuff, right? But the evils of the Apostle Paul is so plain because he even says it. We use great plainness of speech. It's so obvious and so clear that you don't have to be woke to see it. In fact, it is so clear and obvious when you read his letters will wake you up. It will make you woke and be like, whoa, hold on here. This cannot be of the Most High God. No, not about that same God that I was reading about in the Old Testament. This cannot be his representative. No, this cannot be his servant. He's going all the way off. He's rebellious. He's extreme. He's radical. Right? But this fictional character, Peter, is evil, but it's hidden more. The evils of JC is easy to see for those that are not caught up in jocking him and worshiping that fictional character, JC, right? Very easy to see, very easy to recognize when you just use logical thinking, common sense. Use your common sense, right? And we're going to get off into this. We're going to get off into this video lesson, all right? All right. And we the zealots. We are zealous in our studies, in our research, in our meditation, in our keepings of the law. We are zealous for the Most High God. We are zealous for the kingdom. We are zealous for godliness and righteousness. That's right. We are the zealots, right? And we're not into what these Christian lights are into, reading something that's so plain and saying, I know it says that, but it don't mean that. Yeah, it says that, but it don't mean that. We're not into all of that foolishness, all right? So stop with the foolishness. And who you getting foolish with? Not us. Not over here. It's righteousness over here, man. We are the aristocracy of Israel. Yeah, we high up, man. We are that special class, that remnant, the aristocracy. All right, let's get off into this video lesson. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. And we're going to see just how the Apostle Peter insults himself. He insults himself, right? And this is how you find out his evils, right? He is pretending to be righteous, and he is trying to expose the wicked. And he sounds so good exposing the wicked, but when the wicked is being deceitful, trying to pass himself off as being righteous, and he talks about the wicked so well because he's actually talking about himself, and nobody knows you better than yourself, right? So let's get off into it. But there were false prophets also among the people. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. I mean, well, damn, Peter, this is exactly what you did. You denied the so-called Lord that allegedly bought you. All right, we're going along with the fairy tale gospel story. You denied the Lord that bought you, bringing upon yourself swift destruction, right? You're bringing in damnable heresies. You're talking about yourself, and let's go and get it where you denied the Lord that bought you. He insults himself. Now, let's go to Matthew 26. And we're going to start at 69. Matthew 26, verse 69. Now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, Thou also was with JC of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what you sayest. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him, and said unto them that were there, this fellow was also with JC of Nazareth. And again, he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. So he swore falsely. And after a while came unto him they that stood by and said to Peter, surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewratheth thee. Then began he to curse and to swear. He got mad at the truth, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. Right? And Peter remembered the word of JC, which said unto him, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. It's you that denied the Lord that bought you, Peter. You are the one that brought swift destruction on yourself. You are the one that's destroyed. So if the church is built upon Peter, the church has been destroyed long ago. It was destroyed before it was built. There's nothing there. He was the one that denied his Lord. Let's go and get that again in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people. He's a false prophet. Even as there shall be false teachers among you. He's a false teacher. And what do false teachers do? Who privily shall bring in damnable heresies. Yeah, that's what he's done. Bringing in these lies. What else do they do? Even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Right? So you claim that to be your Lord and you denied him. Right? You're talking about yourself. You're done. It's over. It just don't stop there. He just keeps on doing it. He keeps talking about himself because he's really wicked. Right? 2 Peter 2 and 13. I'm trying to deceive people like I'm righteous and trying to condemn the wicked. How do I do this? Well, let me just talk about myself. No one knows wickedness like me. No one done wickedness like me. Let me just talk about my real self here. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 13. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime, spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, while they feast with you. While they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling, deceiving, unstable souls. And heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. Ooh, wee. Going hard on yourself right there. Now let's go and prove that that's you. right? Deceiving and beguiling while they feast with you. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to Galatians chapter 2, verse 11. Galatians chapter 2, verse 11. But when Peter was come to Antioch, I withstood him to the face because he was to be blamed. For before that certain came from James, he did eat with the Gentiles. But when they were come, he withdrew and separated himself, fearing them which were of the circumcision. So here is Peter sitting down, eating pork and all of that with Gentiles, acting like it's okay to eat unclean foods and even to be sitting among some uncircumcised Gentiles. But then when he seen some real Jews come that were with James, he withdrew himself like he wasn't associated with these Gentiles, these uncircumcised Gentiles here, right? He's deceiving all the way around. You sitting down with Gentiles, deceiving them, making it seem like it's okay to eat unclean foods. Then when the Jews come, you separate from the Gentiles and you trying to make it seem like you really holding it down for the law when you among these Jews when you're not. And the other Jews dissembled likewise with him, and so much that Barnabas also was carried away with their dissimulation. Right? So, wow. Just leading these people into falsehood. But when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter before them all, if thou being a Jew liveth after the manner of Gentiles, you're a Jew and you don't keep the laws, you live like a heathen. If thou being a Jew liveth after the manner of Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? Right? You're not leading by example. You're just all around twacked out. Right? But just like Peter said, they sitting down, deceiving you while they eat with you, while they're feasting with you. He's talking about himself. Right? And he keeps doing it. Let's go to 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall follow their own pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Now let's go. So these wicked people are speaking evil of the truth. He's speaking evil of the truth. They bucking up against the truth. Let's see where Peter is bucking up against the truth that the gospel say the truth is, and that JC says the truth is. He's bucking up against it. He's speaking evil of the truth. We're going to go to Mark chapter 8, verse 31. Mark chapter 8, verse 31. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. And he spake that saying openly. And Peter took him and began to rebuke him. Wait, how are you rebuking JC? And JC is supposed to be telling the truth, right? Look at that. You see that? 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways. He's following his own way, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. You just was rebuking the truth. The way of truth is evil spoken of by you, Peter. You're insulting yourself. Oh, wow. JC builds his church on Peter, a man he calls Satan. This is evil stuff, man. So the church, the Christianity church, is built on Satan, right? Because we all know that Peter was called Satan because he's steady bucking up against JC, not believing, denying, and getting in the way of the divine plan of God, the imaginary God in the New Testament or whatever, right? That he says, get behind me, Satan. But you build your church on a man you call Satan. So the Christian church is built on Satan. And is that the reason why the upside down cross is Peter represents the upside down cross, which Satanists have adopted as being like a evil symbol? And we over here at YOZ, we adopted the upside down cross to represent rejecting JC, right? Anything you put like to invert it and you put it upside down, you're denying it, you're disrespecting it, right? But they say, oh no, it was because he was hung upside down. Of course, all of this is deceit. There's no record of these apostles dying of these terrible deaths. It's not in the New Testament. Where are they getting this from, man? They're making it up, in the Roman Catholic Church, because the Romans are behind this. But let's go over here, because it gets real evil. Let's go to Luke chapter 22, verse 31. Check this out. Luke chapter 22, verse 31. And the Lord said, that'll be JC here. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, Simon Peter. That's Peter. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Read that again. Just read that one more time. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. So, where else do we see that someone is sifting the children of Israel? Like grain, corn, right? Because when you go and you put this in the blue letter and you go into the Greek and you get the Greek word for wheat, it's some kind of grain. And it also says it could be corn, right? But who else sift the Israelites and said that they will be sifting the Israelites like grain, like wheat, like corn? Let's go and get that, because it's no one other than the Most High God. Amos 9, verse 9. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. So this is the Most High God speaking here. This is the God of Israel. And he says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel. Peter is supposed to be an Israelite, right? Peter is supposed to be an Israelite. Let's go back here. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Wow. So once again, we see in the New Testament, Satan is doing the same thing that the Most High God is doing himself, right? So JC is calling Yahweh, the God of Israel, Satan. But I have prayed for thee. Wait a minute. Who are you praying to? If your God is supposed to be Yahweh, the God of Israel, how are you praying against him? This is what he desires to do. This is what he says he's going to do. He is going to test the Israelites, sift them like wheat, like grain, like corn, to distract all of the impurities from them. right? But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Wait, converted? Wait. Converted means going from one faith and belief to another faith and belief. So what is he being converted from? Well, he's an Israelite, Peter is, right? And before JC came along, he knew nothing about someone dying for their sins. And, he wasn't following JC because JC was nowhere around to follow. So what was his faith and belief? It was to follow Moses, the Torah, to serve the Most High God, Yahweh only. Now he's being converted from that and being told, once you are converted, to strengthen your brother, to also convert your brothers. And this is what JC is praying for, that thy faith fail not. Your faith in being a Christian. So convert from following Moses to being a Christian, a follower of JC. It's plain. It's right there. This is evil. This is sick. This is not of the Most High God, the God of Israel. This is not of the Most High God, the God of Israel. This is the work of the Edomite Greek Romans to deceive the children of Israel into idolatry with replacement theology. That's what this is. Replacement theology. It's evil, right? It's right there. I mean, it's the truth. And you suckers can't handle the truth. You Christian lights, man. Y'all bitter, man. Yeah, y'all bitter. Huh? Yeah, y'all salty. Y'all ain't no real men that can admit when you're wrong and repent. Go ahead. Just ignore. Cover your ears up. Stick your fingers in your ears and say, la, 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 la. It's alright, though. Because y'all going to be destroyed. And y'all going to see the 1/3, the remnant that served the Most High God, Yahweh only, lifted up on that day. Yeah, on that day. The scriptures always speaking of that day. On that day, that judgment day, on your day. Yeah, your day. Your visitation. Yeah, you going to see. Yeah, man. We're your peers. Yeah. You going to see it. We're going to rise above y'all. Y'all going to be destroyed and cut off. You better repent. Everybody better repent. Come up out of that idolatry. Come up out of that New Testament, that Christianity. Come up out of that false gospel. Come up out of that idolatry and serve the Most High God, Yahweh only. Yeah, you see the knowledge that the Most High God is revealing to his high priest. I'm the high priest over all Israel, spiritually anointed by the Most High God, Yahweh. Yeah, this is that rare knowledge, man, that you only get right here from the high priest at YOZ. Yeah, man, Yahweh only. Zealous. Stay stumped down for the Most High God, Yahweh. Understand that? Yeah. A Bible ball. Fall, Babylon, fall.